Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to... I have not done a video of this in a long time, but I decided I need to make episode 13 of Prog Talk. With me, your host, the most Iron Mustache. And today's topic, we're going to do a ultimate top 10. Now, for this video, let me put a little disclaimer here first, before I start this video. This is all just opinion based. And it's basically it's going to be a top 10 list of my favorite singers, bassists, guitarists, drummers, keyboardists, whatever. I'm not going to do a video of my favorite prog bands because top 10 it's just too hard and there's so many good prog bands out there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this is just opinion. This is not like based off of any actual publication. This is just my favorites that I have of prog musicians. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this will be a good video for y'all and y'all will enjoy it. I have not done a Prog Talk video in quite a while and I apologize for that, but this is going to be episode 13 of Prog Talk. We're titling it Ultimate Top 10. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, if you'd be so kind and hit the like, subscribe button right down below, hit that bell icon to get notified of my videos, slides, posts, shorts, all that good fun stuff that I post here right here on my channel. Anyway, let's get started with my top 10 favorite singers or vocalists. Here we go. Alright, coming in at number 10, one of the most brutal singers in gent extreme prog metal that I've ever heard in my life, Jens Kidman and Meshuggah. Holy shit, yeah. Jens Kidman is freaking brutal, my guy. And I absolutely love him as a singer. I think he's fantastic. Meshuggah is like one of the heaviest bands I've ever heard in my life. I mean, are they the heaviest in the world? Probably not, but Jens Kidman and the Jens Kidman face is enough to be like, oh, that's fucking heavy. And we all know the Jens Kidman face. The Meshuggah face, we all know it. So anyway, yes. So number 10 for my top 10 favorite singers of all time, prog singers of all time. Number 10, Jens Kidman. Now, number 9, number 9. I know a lot of people hate his band, but I think that Maynard James Keenan of Tool, A Perfect Circle, and Pussifer is a fantastic singer, writes fantastic songs, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are like, oh, okay, this guy's a Tool fan, he's probably super douchey, and is going to go on about the Fibonacci sequence. No, I'm not going to do that here. I'm not going to go on about how the Tool wrote a song using math. That's not my point here. I'm here to say that Maynard James Keenan, number 9, is a fantastic singer, in my opinion. And remember, this is all just opinion. This is not based off any publication or any actual list. This is my list of favorite singers and stuff like that. Anyway, yes, Maynard James Keenan, fantastic singer. I love Tool. I will not be afraid to admit that, but I'm not going to go about math and stuff and all that crap. But whatever. Anyway, so number 9 would be Maynard James Keenan. So, yes, this is my list. So, shut up. And number 8, my 8th favorite progressive singer of all time, Courtney LaPlante of Spiritbox. I mean, I don't think you can find a female singer that can fucking belt like crazy than Courtney LaPlante. I mean, some people might say, oh, what about the singer of Arch Enemy? Well, yeah, okay, but Arch Enemy is in prog. This is prog related, not whatever. Anyway, but Courtney LaPlante, fantastic singer. I cannot wait for Spiritbox new album to release because, I mean, come on. I mean, it's Courtney LaPlante. And Courtney LaPlante is an amazing singer. So, yeah, she definitely deserves number 8. Number 8, Courtney LaPlante. Number 7, I'm getting into James LaBrie. I know a lot of people hate his singing, and they would say that Dream Theater is a better band instrumentally, but I still love James LaBrie singing. I think the guy has amazing pipes, and he deserves to be on my list. I mean, it's my list anyway, right? But James LaBrie, I think he's just a fantastic singer, in my opinion. And I know some probably get to hate before liking James LaBrie because some people find him to be his voice to be annoying or something like that. But this is my list, and I love James LaBrie. I think he's a great fit better compared to the original singer James Tater back way back in the day before Images and Words. Yeah, I think James LaBrie would blows that guy out of the water, and just my viewpoint. But anyway, yes, James LaBrie, number 7, absolutely, because James LaBrie is fucking amazing, and I think a lot of people need to give him more credit because the dude's got pipes. He's got pipes. And number 7, James LaBrie. Now, number 6, one of my absolute favorite, like, metal bands from the state that I'm from, Tennessee, and also, yeah, I got that. But anyway, Phil Bozeman of Whitechapel. I think this guy has absolutely, his growls are just, and you know, the hardships that Phil Bozeman has gone through, but still, like, remains to be just humble, just really great guy. I mean, if I were to shake hands with this guy, I absolutely would, because I freaking love Phil Bozeman as a person and as a singer. I think just a all-around fantastic singer, and yeah, I absolutely love Whitechapel. I'm a big Whitechapel fan, and unfortunately, I have not been able to see Whitechapel in concert yet. But I live in their state, so it's bound to happen that I will see Whitechapel perform sooner or later. Which I don't understand why this is. This is kind of a little side note here. One thing I don't understand is why is it that Whitechapel and Meshuggah and In Flames, 3 big influential metal bands, are doing a tour together, but not one tour date in my home state of Tennessee? Wait, and Whitechapel are from Tennessee? But anyway, yes, Phil Bozeman at number 6. I said what I said, Phil Bozeman. Alright, now getting down to the top 5 of my favorite singers of prog of all time. Number 5, the better side of Genesis, the best side of Genesis, Peter Gabriel. His solo career, fantastic. His career with Genesis, even though it wasn't super long, fantastic. But yes, absolutely, Peter Gabriel at number 5. And I mean, you cannot go wrong. I mean, if you're a girl you're really into, the best thing to do is play In Your Eyes. That would just make her fall in love with you. I don't think that actually would work, but you could try. You could try it, but I don't know if it'll actually work. But sometimes you just gotta play just play her some In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel. She might fall for you, but I don't guarantee that. So, but anyway, Peter Gabriel, one of my absolute favorite progressive related singers, and amazing. Everything that Peter Gabriel's done from his solo career to his career with Genesis it's all fantastic, and every time I hear Peter Gabriel's voice, it's so just soothing for me and relaxing, and just I freaking love Peter Gabriel. He's fantastic. That's all I'm saying. Peter Gabriel at number 5. Alright, number 4 of my top 10 favorite prog vocalists of all time. Number 4 is going to be Ross Jennings of Hacken. And, I mean, come on. I mean, nothing goes harder than the Cockroach King from Hacken. I've never heard a song go that freaking hard. I mean, does the song have growls in it? No, not really. But nothing goes harder, especially that solo. Like, what is going on in that solo? It's just crazy. It's bizarre. It makes no sense. But Hacken, fantastic band. If you haven't listened to Hacken, I suggest you do. And just turn on the Cockroach King. Your mind will be fucking blown out of your head. Like, completely, your brains would just be flying everywhere. Yes, so Ross Jennings, number 4 on my list for my top favorite prog vocalists. Anyway, Ross Jennings, number 4. Number 3, Michael Ackerfeld. Or is it Michael Ackerfeld? Anyway, the lead singer of Opeth. Fantastic growls. Some of the best growls I've ever heard in prog metal I've ever heard. I mean, yeah, he doesn't growl anymore in any of the newer Opeth albums. Not since, like, shit, I don't remember. Anyway, but Michael Ackerfeld, absolutely one of my favorite singers. I think the guy has fantastic growls and even a fantastic melodic singing voice. Like, every time I listen to Opeth. So I even got the shirt on too to prove it. But anyway, anytime I listen to Opeth, I'm like, shit, am I listening to a funeral dirge? I mean, okay, if I die, I want to play Opeth at my funeral. Absolutely. Just play Opeth at my funeral. I'll be happy. Just this guy. Fantastic singer. I mean, growls, melodic singing voice. I mean, has there ever been a bad band that ever came from Sweden? I mean, Valharda, Opeth, Meshuggah. No, I don't think any bad metal band has ever came from Sweden. Sweden are the masters, the birthplace of all the great metal bands. And I said what I said. But Mikael Åkerfeldt at number 3. Now, number 2, how can I mention Mikael Åkerfeldt of Opeth without mentioning Steven Wilson of Porcupine Tree and his own solo career? Here's the thing. If Opeth is writing songs that make you feel like it's a funeral dirge, it feels like a funeral dirge, then Steven Wilson's writing songs that just feels like somebody died, because frick, those songs are sad. Steven Wilson is like the master of sad songs, rockin' songs, absolutely just fantastic, heavy songs and stuff, but god damn, does this guy want to make you sad? But anyway, number 2 for me is going to be Steven Wilson. And remember, this is my list. It's not based off of any publication. This is just a matter of opinion. But yeah, so you could take it or leave it. Or if you have, better choices than me, which I doubt, comment below and say like, oh, but who about this, and that? Okay, but I will ignore all comments anyway, because this is my list, not your list. Anyway, down to number 1. Here we go. But okay, so yeah. Steven Wilson at number 2. And number 1, one of my absolute favorite prog singers of Caligula's Horse, Jim Gray. And what makes Jim Gray so fantastic? I mean, for one thing, he's Australian, and Australians are pretty fucking awesome people, in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, Jim Gray, I think he's just an all-around super fun guy, and I would love to see Caligula's Horse perform, but I don't think they have any plans of ever performing in the United States, where I'm from. But anyway, I would absolutely love to see Jim Gray in Caligula's Horse in concert, but I'd have to travel to, like, Australia, and I don't have the money for that. I'm a broke-ass bitch over here. But anyway, yes, Jim Gray, and what makes Jim Gray so fantastic is I literally bought a Caligula's Horse shirt one time. I posted on my Instagram, and guess who fucking liked the photo? This guy! His official Instagram page liked it. And not only that, guitarist Sam Ballard also liked the photo. I was like, oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? Jim Gray actually liked this photo? Like, the official Jim Gray did. And it was like the most exciting shit I was like, oh! I was so excited about it. But anyway, Jim Gray, in my opinion, number 1 best prog singer. Remember, this list is not 1's the best and 10 is the worst. This is just my favorites of prog stuff. Anyway, that's it for the top 10 prog singers. Now let's move on to my favorite top 10 prog guitarists. Here we go. Alrighty, so coming at number 10 of my top 10 favorite prog guitarists, number 10 will be Guthrie Govan of the Aristocrats. I mean, I have never seen or heard so much fucking talent from just one guitarist, but Guthrie Govan, fantastic bass guitarist. Just listen to the song, not the band. Listen to the song Spanish-Eddie, like, holy shit, that shit is just mind-blowing, like, like, absolutely. Guthrie Govan at number 10. That's what we're going for. Number 10, Guthrie Govan. At number 9, and probably the youngest guitarist on this list, but you can't go wrong with Tim Henson of Polyphia. And here's the embarrassing part. I am older than Tim Henson. And I suck at the guitar. I like playing the guitar, but I suck at it. I mean, I don't know what this kid is doing, but his guitar work is absolutely mind-blowing in my opinion. If you've never listened to Polyphia, check them out. They're really, really good. Fantastic guitar player they have with Tim Henson. Just all around, Polyphia is absolutely amazing. And it's kind of embarrassing that I'm older than this kid, and yet he would smoke me in a guitar battle easily. I mean, easily smoke me in a guitar battle. I will not afraid to admit that. I suck at playing the guitar. I play it for fun here and there, trying to like a little hobbyish kind of thing. But anyway, Tim Henson, number 9, my out of 10 of favorite prog guitars. Anyway, so Tim Henson at number 9. And number 8, I actually had the absolute honor to see these guys in concert, but Tosin Abasi of Animals as Leaders is a freaking fantastic guitar player. I have never heard of anyone ever doing this or why they would do this, but thumb slapping on an 8-string guitar, and look at this guitar, look at the beauty of that guitar. Come on, that thing looks just absolutely beautiful. I mean, that's a beautiful looking guitar. If I had the money, I'd probably have to sell my house and my car. I don't even have a car. I'd have to sell my soul for an Abasi concept guitar, because those shits are expensive. I mean, are they more expensive than the Ernie Ball Music Man John Bertucci edition? Probably not. I have no idea, but sometimes that I would have to sell my mortgage and my house, which I don't even have a mortgage, and I have a very tiny apartment. Anyway, yes, Tosin Abasi, number 8. Absolutely, Animals Leaders are just a treat to see in concert. So I would say, if you've never listened to Animals Leaders, go ahead and listen to them. Your mind will be with the guitar work. It's just, holy shit, this guy is so freaking talented. So Tosin Abasi at number 8. Number 7, another absolute powerhouse of progressive metal, Pliny. What his full name is, or his real name is, I have no idea. But anyway, Pliny, literally just a solo artist, like multi-instrumentalist. Like, he's not really just playing guitar, he's doing everything. I think, like, if he doesn't perform live, he actually plays with the band. I don't know. I have no idea if he even performed live. No idea. But anyway, yeah, Pliny, absolute talented guitar player, amazing. Like, I highly recommend Pliny for any person who's getting into prog or been a long-time prog fan but never listened to Pliny. Yes, please listen to Pliny. You would be absolutely mind-blown, because yes, number 7, Pliny all the way. So I said what I said, and this is my list, not yours. So buzz off. At number 6, how could I mention Jim Gray of Caligula's Horse without mentioning the ever so talented Caligula's Horse guitarist Sam Ballin, who also liked my previously talked about Instagram posts where I posted my Caligula's Horse shirt, and both Jim Gray and Sam Ballin liked it. But how could I go on without mentioning Sam Ballin? Super talented. I mean, just all around. I'm pretty sure that Caligula's Horse is hinting at dropping a new album, because they just released a new single, and it is fucking amazing. Holy shit. You gotta listen to Golem. Like, go on the Spotify or the Google Music or wherever you listen to your music, whatever, and just listen to Caligula's Horse new track, Golem. It is so good. I am super excited to hear a new Caligula's Horse album. Rise Radiant was fantastic. I think every album of Caligula's Horse that I've ever listened to was just mind-blowing to me and amazing. I thank my best friend for getting me into Caligula's Horse, because they're so good. Number 6, Sam Ballin of Caligula's Horse. Alright, so getting down to the top 5. So number 5, my 5th favorite prog guitarist, the ever so talented, ever so amazing, getting up there in age, but still fucking talented as fuck, David Gilmour, Pink Floyd. What makes David Gilmour so talented? Have you ever listened to Pink Floyd? Like, they be making songs that are like over 20 minutes long with these epic guitar solos, and it's like, what's going on here? What's going on? Pink Floyd, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people will be like, be basic and listen to Dark Side of the Moon. But, there's a lot of Pink Floyd albums, in my opinion, that are just underappreciated. Like Animals, Adam Heartmother, Wish You Were Here is kind of underrated a little bit. But yeah, most people are just gonna stick with the Wall and Dark Side of the Moon. But you really got to go deep into their discography and hear this amazing guitar player by David Gilmour, my guy. Like, David Gilmour, absolutely number 5. And number 4, the ever so amazing, the ever so goofy, like, avant-garde progressive singer Frank Zappa. And here's the funny thing about Frank Zappa. I originally came from the town where Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart went to high school together and met before, they collaborated. But then after a while, they decided to hate each other for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, Frank Zappa is just an amazing singer, guitarist, multi-instrumentalist. The dude does everything. He does everything. I mean, from, stuff in his solo career and Mothers of Invention. I can talk about Frank Zappa all day. And this really funny thing is I used to work in a retail store, not saying which one, but I had a coworker meet him. Every time we had a little bit of time off while we're working, just no customers and stuff, we would do nothing but talk about the amazingness of Frank Zappa, my guy. Because Frank Zappa, absolutely amazing. I love me some Zappa. Zappa all the way, and nothing compares to his silly songs like Why Does It Hurt When I Pee? Which probably gets you stuff checked out. But Frank Zappa, absolutely number 4. Alright, coming in at number 3. Yes, that's the name of the band. It's the Keyboard Soul on Roundabout. If you know where that line is from, congratulations, you are old. Anyway, yes, this would be Steve Howe of Yes. That's literally the name of the band. And if you haven't listened to Yes, because I'm probably going to mention a couple here or there Yes members, because Yes is absolutely fucking amazing. But Steve Howe, amazing guitar player. One of my favorite pieces of guitar work is that intro to Roundabout. A lot of people would know it if they watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, but yeah. Okay, so sorry, my bad. I'm getting off track here. But anyway, yes, Steve Howe at number 3. Absolutely talented guitar player. Absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm probably going to mention maybe a few Yes members in this video because they are worthy of several spots with a lot of the musicians. But anyway, yes, Steve Howe at number 3. Number 2, the absolute prog metal messiah, the Christ himself, John Petrucci. He just is a guitar player that just subtly reminds you that you suck at playing the guitar. You absolutely suck at playing the guitar, and you know it, because you'll never be John Petrucci. Only John Petrucci can be John Petrucci, because John Petrucci of Dream Theater is an absolutely mind-blowing guitarist. It always has been, always will be. No one in this planet in prog metal will ever beat John Petrucci. So number 2, absolute John Petrucci of Dream Theater. If you don't like Dream Theater, then I feel sorry for you, because Dream Theater is absolutely megally talented, and there's going to be probably multiple Dream Theater's members in this list, probably all of them. We'll see about that. But anyway, yes, John Petrucci, number 2 of my top favorite 10 prog guitarists. And my number 1 absolute favorite prog guitarist is going to be the undefeated champion of all prog guitarists of all time, Alex Lifeson of Rush. And I can go on about Rush all day. Rush is literally, in my opinion, the greatest band that ever walked this earth, and my absolute favorite band. But that's just a matter of opinion. A lot of people don't like Rush because Geddy Lee's singing, blah blah blah. But absolutely, Rush is one of the most talented bands out there, and I would have the honor of seeing them live in concert at least 4 times in my life before the unfortunate passing of Neil Peart. But anyway, Alex Lifeson, he just super underrated. I don't know why Rolling Stone magazine only gives it a rating of 99 out of 100. He deserves to be higher on that list, Rolling Stone. But anyway, this is just my personal picks of favorite stuffs of prog. But Alex Lifeson, absolutely number 1 without a doubt. Without a doubt, Alex Lifeson is my number 1 pick for the greatest prog guitarist of all time. Anyway, we're going to move right on to my top favorite prog bassists. Coming in at number 10, the ever so talented, super fast finger playing Dream Theater's John Young. Yes, absolutely, John Young is number 10 because it just sexy Asian solo fingering. That sounds dirty, but that's exactly what it is. John Young is an absolutely super duper talented bass player. Dream Theater all around has the most talented musicians in any prog metal band that I've heard of. But yes, John Young, number 10, because that's my choice, and this is my list, and I do my list the way I want. So, bam. And coming in at number 9, one of the most wackiest bass players I have ever heard in my life, Les Claypool. If you don't listen to Primus or anything that Les Claypool's ever done, like the Flying Frog Brigade, Bucket of Bernie Brains, his solo career stuff, he did this theme for South Park of all things. But yeah, absolutely one of the wackiest bass players I have ever heard in my life, but super talented. Absolutely, number 9 would be my choice for number 9, would be Les Claypool of Primus and all of these other bands I mentioned. Anyway, yes, Les Claypool, number 9. Coming in at number 8, a powerhouse of a bass player from the band Tool. I know there's probably going to be a couple Tool members mentioned here, but anyway, Justin Chancellor of Tool, absolute powerhouse of a bass player. You cannot go wrong with that intro to Schism. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Anyway, yes, absolutely. Justin Chancellor is a super, extremely talented bass player. Everything he does, bass work he does with Tool, is just absolutely incredible. If you don't listen to Tool, that's unfortunate because you're missing out on some pretty damn good music. I know people hate Tool because, you know, they think Tool fans are just going to go on about the Fibonacci sequence and math and stuff, blah, 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 how great they are. Yeah, no, not me. Not going to do that. I'm just going to go on about how great Justin Chancellor is as a bass player. We're not doing individual bands in this list because that would just be a really hard list for me to do because this list is already hard enough to pick these musicians in general. But anyway, Justin Chancellor, number 8, that's my pick. Take it or leave it. And number 7, another from, that group from my hometown in Tennessee, Gabe Chris of Whitechapel. Absolutely. I mean, is he very well known for his bass playing? Probably not, but he's one of my favorites. He might not be one of your favorites, but he's definitely one of my favorites. I say number 7 to Gabe Chris because I just absolutely really love Whitechapel. Obviously, because I have Whitechapel tattoo. I could talk about Whitechapel all day. And of course, previously on the vocalist list, we put Phil Bozeman, so why not put another member of Whitechapel, Gabe Chris, the bass player of Whitechapel. Anyway, yes, Whitechapel's Gabe Chris at number 7. And number 6, one of the most handsome mustachioed men I have ever seen in my life, an extremely talented bass player of Peter Gabriel, King Crimson, the Stickmen, all these other bands that he's done. But Tony Levin, I mean, the guy literally looks. Have you ever played Atomic Heart yet? I've played Atomic Heart on my channel. You can go back to my playlist and watch my Atomic Heart videos. But anyway, they literally in Atomic Heart have robots that look like Tony Levin. I absolutely look like Tony Levin. The most handsome mustachioed man I have ever seen. Like just a stunning bass player. Absolutely amazing. Without a doubt, Tony Levin at number 6. And number 5, I have a little problem with this guy, okay? Colin Edwin of Porcupine Tree. This is the problem I have. It's just really weird to me about this guy. How is it that when Steven Wilson is singing up there on stage, people are just like crying their eyes out? This guy is the happiest motherfucker on the planet when he's playing the bass with Porcupine Tree. I don't know what it is, but everyone's just like, oh, this is so sad. What am I doing here? Like, do they give you a box of tissues when you go to a Porcupine Tree or Steven Wilson concert? Because, shit, man, those songs would be so sad. So sad. But this guy, Colin Edwin, just super fucking happy. I don't know what it is about this guy. Great bass player. Fantastic bass player. But Why is this guy smiling while Steven Wilson is singing a song that's so freaking sad? Everyone's crying their eyes out. Just, oh my god. But this guy, absolute. Why am I so blurry? Anyway, it's this one of the happiest motherfuckers on the planet. It's it's a joy. It's a joy to see someone playing the bass so happy. And Steve Wilson is singing songs like The Raven Refused to Sing or Drive Home or something sad like that. And this guy just is... Why is he so freaking happy? But yeah, Colin Edwin, the happiest bass player on this list. And coming down to the top 5 here, starting at number 5, Greg Lake of King Crimson, the original singer of King Crimson back in the day of the in the court of the Crimson King. Anyway, and of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. He's no longer with us, so the late great Greg Lake gets the number 5 spot in my opinion. He's a fantastic bass player, super talented musician, super talented singer, all that really good stuff. Absolutely, Greg Lake at number 5. Coming in at number 4, not only is he a bass player, but he's also a guitarist for the band Genesis, but Mike Rutherford definitely gets the spot of number 4. He's like multi-talented. He can play the guitar, he can play the bass. In fact, I think he just literally does both for Genesis, and he always has. And you know, Genesis is just one of those bands with even with the Peter Gabriel days and the Phil Collins days. But Mike Rutherford, absolutely number 4 in my opinion, the 4th of my top favorite Prog bassist of all time. Am I going to say that the Peter Gabriel side is better or the Phil Collins side is better? Subjectively, I love them both. I mean, even after the departure of Peter Gabriel from Genesis, still, I think Phil Collins did a great job with keeping the spirit of Genesis alive. And I wish Phil Collins a happy retirement, because I know he really got up there in age as of late. But I wish Phil Collins a super happy retirement. But yes, Mike Rutherford of Genesis, number 4. Alright, so I mixed up the list a little bit. I meant to say Mike Rutherford at number 3. I'm kind of losing my mind here. But yeah, anyway, at number 2, the late, great Chris Squire of Yes. Yes, that's the name of the band. I'll keep on remind you of that, because in case you didn't know what the name of the band was, it's Yes. So anyway, Yes, Chris Squire, absolutely amazing bass player, absolutely super talented. If you're not listening to Yes, I highly recommend it, because you would be mind blown by just listen to Chris Squire's bass tracks just by themselves and roundabout, and tell me that's not some of the most amazing bass work you have ever heard in your life. But anyway, yes, yes, I've been saying all that because he's the bassist from Yes. So Chris Squire, Chris Squire at number 2, and I think number 1 should not surprise anyone. People who really know me as a prog head probably can guess what I'm gonna say for number 1. You ready for it? You ready? You ready for number 1? Yeah, look at this. Number 1 for me would be like, oh, that's a no-brainer. That's an absolute no-brainer. People who know me my entire life, or people who know me in general, blah blah blah, would know that Geddy Lee, to me, is the greatest bass player of all time. Now, a lot of people hate his voice because he sounds like Robert Plant on Helium, or other jokes that they've said about Geddy Lee's singing voice. But, you know, I honestly do not know anybody more talented on the bass than Geddy Lee. Not only is he playing the bass, but this guy is singing, he's playing the keyboards, bass pedals, bass, all at the same time. Synth pedals, all at the same time. This guy is multiple talented. Rush is just one of those multiple talented bands. One of the most underrated, but one of the most awesome bands of all time. Yes, but Geddy Lee absolutely is gonna get the number 1 spot on my list, because I love me some Rush, I love me some Geddy Lee. So, Geddy Lee at number 1. And now we go to our top 10 favorite drummers. Here we go. Alrighty, so starting off at number 10 of my top 10 favorite prog drummers or percussionists, however you want to put it, would be Phil Collins. And Phil Collins of Genesis, absolutely amazingly talented singer and drummer. I mean, some people are not fond of the Phil Collins days of Genesis, but I think he's a fantastic singer either way. But nothing can ever beat that drum drop from In the Air Tonight. Yeah, nothing is going to beat that. So Phil Collins, absolutely. I hope he enjoys his retirement. Happy retirement, Phil. But yes, Phil Collins, my choice for number 10. Coming in at number 9 would be the absolute powerhouse of a drummer, Matt Gardska of Animals as Leaders. Now, in the early days of Animals Leaders, well, mostly off their first album, they're using a drum machine for a drummer. And then they decided, hey, we got to hire an actual drummer. And excellent work for hiring Matt Gardska, because he's an absolute amazing drummer, super talented. Animals Leaders is an all-around super talented band. Tosin Abasi, Javier Reyes, and Matt Gardska, absolutely phenomenal musicians. And if you're not listening to Animals Leaders, I highly recommend it. They're just mind-blowingly amazing. I've seen them live in concert, and they're amazing live. You got to go see them live. They're absolutely incredible. Highly recommend it. So Matt Gardska, number 9. Number 8, absolutely amazing drummer with polyrhythms and just one of the most amazing bands out there. But Danny Carey of Tool, yes, I know people are going to be like, oh, Tool's so lame, blah, blah, blah. This guy's so lame because he listens to Tool, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know what? I'll give a shit. But anyway, yeah, Danny Carey, absolutely number 8 on my list. I think he's a phenomenal drummer, and there's just so much great musicianship that goes with Tool. And people just refuse to see that, which is unfortunate. But anyway, yeah. Danny Carey, my choice for number 8. This isn't Rolling Stone's choice. This isn't Loudwire's choice. This is my choice, okay? My choice. So beat it or whatever. Yeah, so Danny Carey, number 8. And coming in at number 7 would be Mario Duplantier of Gojira. I just don't think you would be able to open up a pit better than when Duplantier is doing when he starts the drumming into Flying Whales. Yeah, that pit is going freaking ballistic. Yeah, that pit's going crazy. That pit is if you're in that pit at a Gojira concert, they're playing Flying Whales, you're probably going to die. But anyway, Mario Duplantier is my number 7 choice on this list, so that's what I'm going with. And this is just a matter of opinion. This is, like I said, not based on any publication. This is just my list of favorites. Anyway, so Mario Duplantier at number 7. And coming at number 6, another one for this list from the band Meshuggah, Thomas Hawk of Meshuggah, of course, like I said. Really, is there anything more harder and more than the drumming that he does in Bleed? Name me a song, any song, that just goes harder and faster than that double bass pedal work that he's doing in Bleed. Please name me something, because I have yet to hear anything harder and faster than the drumming in Bleed, and Thomas Hawk none can do better. None can do better than Thomas Hawk when it comes to that aspect of drumming. Absolutely not. And yeah. But anyway, yes, Thomas Hawk at number 6. And number 5, another member for one of the saddest bands in the world, Porcupine Tree, would be Gavin Harrison. Absolutely phenomenal, talented drummer. I don't know how the drumming works with the sad songs that Steven Wilson works, but it works. It absolutely works, and I think that Gavin Harrison, absolutely talented. All the members of Porcupine Tree are just extremely talented. That's why a multitude of Porcupine Tree members have been on this list, because Porcupine Tree is one of my absolute favorite prog bands. And yeah, absolutely talented drummer, 100%. Go listen to Porcupine Tree. It rocks, but it makes you sad. So anyway, Gavin Harrison at number 5. And number 4, like one of the very first progressive rock bands I've ever listened to in my life, and just instantly fell in love with them. But Nick Mason of Pink Floyd, absolutely 100%. Love me some Pink Floyd, love Nick Mason's drumming, just all around super talented, mega talented, uber duper talented drummer, and honestly respect for all the years that Pink Floyd has been around, and just been phenomenal musicians all around. Like every single musician in Pink Floyd has been just nothing but amazing. But anyway, Nick Mason, number 4 spot on my list, not Rolling Stones list. I'm not basing this off of Rolling Stones crappy opinions on things or anything like that, but Nick Mason, number 4, that's who I'm picking, and that's what you're dealing with. So, bleh. Number 3, and I'm really happy he's keeping the spirit alive, but Carl Palmer of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and he's keeping that Emerson, Lake Palmer spirit alive, even though Greg Lake and Keith Emerson are no longer with us. But I'm really happy that Carl Palmer, the original drummer, is keeping the spirit of ELP alive, and he is just an absolutely talented drummer. I mean, just go listen to Tarkus by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I mean, just his drum work is it's just fantastic. There's never been a classic prog rock drummer in this world that could beat Carl Palmer, except for one. And we're going to get to that very soon, and there should be no surprise who I picked for number 1 on this drummer list. But anyway, Carl Palmer, number 3. Number 3, Carl Palmer. And number 2, super happy about this guy because he's finally reuniting with Dream Theater, and I think it is like a blessing from the prog gods that he is. But yeah, Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater, and also too many bands to name off the top of my head because they seem like to be in a new band every single week. But anyway, Mike Portnoy, absolutely legendary drummer. Like, there could be no Dream Theater without Mike Portnoy. But Mike Mangini did a great job taking over. But I'm super happy now that Mike Portnoy, don't know how it happened, but he decided, fuck it, I'm gonna rejoin Dream Theater. And it's the glorious day. Like, us prog heads, prog metal heads, whatever, are super stoked that Mike Portnoy decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna join my friends back in Dream Theater. And it's like the most amazing fucking shit in the world, because he's Mike Portnoy and he's extremely talented. And now, number 1, honestly, should not surprise anyone. In the slightest, should not surprise anyone who I picked for number 1. Like I said, no surprise. My number 1 absolute favorite progressive rock drummer of all time is going to be Neil Elwood Peart. Absolutely. 100%. He is the GOAT. He is the professor. He's the one that inspired millions of people out there to pick up a pair of drumsticks and annoy the hell out of their parents. So, yeah, there is no doubt that this list is going to have Neil Peart at number 1. He literally inspired so many people, and it is just saddens me every single day that he's no longer with us, but he will always be a legend in my heart. I mean, a lot of people say, like, well, John Bonham. Yeah, John Bonham's great. I love John Bonham, don't get me wrong. But Neil Peart is my absolute favorite drummer of all time. I mean, he is just... there's a reason why he was called Professor. And I don't think any other drummer that I know of in history ever had a nickname. But yes, Neil Peart was the Professor. He's the absolute GOAT, greatest of them all. He's the Wayne Gretzky of drummers, okay? But yeah, there's my list of all my favorite drummers, bassists, guitarists, and singers. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be right with y'all. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Prog Talk, episode 13, the ultimate top 10. I am your host at the most Iron Mustache. Now, in this list, I would have picked top 10 favorite keyboardists, but that list was a little hard to do because there wasn't a whole lot of keyboardists that I really, really like. I can mention like Keith Emerson and Rick Wakeman and Roger Hodgson and Jordan Rudess, but it just couldn't make a top 10 in my mind. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This will be episode 13 of Prog Talk. If you'd be so kind, I know you're so kind. You're the kindest people in the world. Hit the like, subscribe button right down below. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so notified of my videos, lives, posts, shorts, all that good fun stuff that I post here, right here on YouTube. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me for this Prog Talk. And I'll say to all you good, wonderful, wonderful, gorgeous people, adios. I am out of here.